Welcome everyone. This is NG Gavin, and we're at our usual spot on Monday nights. We just love being here because we've got nothing better to do with our lives. But anyway, this is webinar 43. If I cut out at any point, just let me know, okay? Because I'm on Wi-Fi. It could be hotel Wi-Fi, so it could be a bit dodgy. So just Garth, if anything happens, just chime in. So welcome everyone. So we're going to discuss, basically quite a few things tonight, which I haven't got my notes. But anyway, I'll try to wing it, and you guys have a think about what you want to talk about as well. I know, Sweet, you just had some talking about something about forking codes and GitHub. So anyway, I think I'll get to the main topics. Obviously, there's topics. There's Richard. There's Luke. Welcome, guys. Gary. There's E82, Garth, and Sarit, and Tommy. Hey guys. How you going, everyone? Let's get some ladies on board. So if you're a lady, just jump on the webinar. I know us fellas might intimidate you, but you know us. We're just the same old. So let's just do the quick round robin. We'll attack the issues, and then we'll it's all about getting into the really good ones, because we know what are the shit ones. But yeah, it's guys, it's just we've come so far, and we shouldn't quit now, because we know the really good ones. Like there's Origin Trial coming up. There's a bunch of really good ones. I like there was a masternode for it as well. There's a bunch of them. I've lost my train of thought. Maybe I can think back when I introduce you guys first. So hey Tommy, how you going, mate? And how you going over there at NYC?
Yeah, pretty good. It's a bit cool today. Other than that, just maintaining, staying focused, and just observing what's going on in this space. And just taking it easy.
Yeah, thanks for joining, mate. And Bitcoin's up, Bitcoin's 6.7. So I think we're going to see some things happening very soon in the next few months with, our little friends Coinbase, which is, we hate Coinbase, but you know what? They're doing a lot in the space to push new money into the ecosystem, which is what we want to do. So this is awesome. Thanks, Tommy, coming on. Sarit, how you going, mate?
Hey, being as usual, same, just keeping quiet and watching everything go up. Hopefully with 6.7, hopefully it hit 7 soon. So that means all the other coins. Funny that Polis went up 34% within a day, and everything else was a bit red. So I'm a bit happy. So can't complain.
I reckon that you just jump in your car on Monday night and sit in your garage and then just pretend that you're driving.
Well, I don't know if you can see, but there's Woolworths fuel bowser that way.
Good to have you on board, mate. That's what you call dedication, eh? Driving when you're not meant to be watching doing a video. That's awesome. Thanks, Red. Got your rugby jersey on too, mate. All right, mate. Thanks for coming in, and we'll go to the next guest. Thanks, Richard. How you going over there, mate?
Hi guys. I've been in hospital lately, so that's why I wasn't there last week. But I'm better, and trying to keep up to date with everything. I have a question. How about VeChain? Is the VeChain masternode already launched or not?
Yeah, VeChain is pretty much launching today. So Casey's onto that. But there's going to be a few days there where it's not going to, they're sort of getting things together. But he said the 9th. So he's monitoring that, and then he's going to let us know about which one we're going to do. And we're looking to get that 300% bonus. We've just got to, he's onto it. He's just waiting for the time to put that masternode together, and we can. And I think that VeChain is going to be one of the first ones that are one of those really ones that we should focus on in the future. Like, as I said, VeChain, Origin Trail, Daddy, which is, is one of those ones which, but I think Daddy's a good project, man. So I don't know. We can just see how we go. But I think we're at that stage that we have to move on to the, legit ICO, post ICO. Now that they've been in the market for 3 to 6 months. Now they're getting to that stage where they've done their test net, mainnet, and now they're looking at launching their masternode within the next sort of couple of months, and that's where we're gradually getting to that phase. So thanks. You look pretty relaxed anyway, Richard. So good to see you on, mate.
Yeah, I need to lay.
Thanks, Richard. Hey, Luke, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good, NG. Good, really good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, fantastic, mate. Fantastic. How you traveling? How was your week?
Yeah, busy. Just collecting coins, staking, buying people's seats who want to buy out. Doing a lot with the affiliate stuff. Actually, I've designed a little page and going to do a bit of paid advertising as well because I have a Facebook page as well. So I spent the last 5 hours tonight just doing a whole heap of stuff. So updating spreadsheets and just busy here at the moment.
Yeah, good to have you on board, mate. I'm on holidays, but I'm also doing I got to do quite a bit of work, so it's going to be good. I'm putting together funnel for you guys, and then I'll teach you how to do Facebook traffic to it. It'll just it'll just be something else extra on the affiliate side if you guys want to do it. But I had a good idea I was talking to Garth about, which I think is going to be really good. But anyway, so thanks for coming on board, Luke.
No worries, buddy.
Cheers, buddy. Hey, Gaza, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good, guys. How's it going, NG? Yeah, all good. How's it going, everyone? A lot of things happening. Yeah, a lot of things happening. Stay calm. Don't give up. And just got to get a bit smarter. I think we've had a few good couple of months up, down, this way, that way. But yeah, just got to keep going. I mean, I've got things happening soon. I've got a bit of cash coming my way, which will be coming around the 23rd, 24th of July. So Bitcoin must go down. And then it can go up after the 25th. No, but it's all good. Happy to be with you guys. And yeah, great.
Good to have you on board. Always, Gary.
Thanks.
Okay, E82. How you going, Dennis?
Hey, what's up, guys? Enjoying myself. The weekend was great. Weather's nice. Bit chilly, but just enjoying it. The great news: Bitcoin going up a little bit. Sort of like gives us more hope. Because after a while, sometimes it gets a bit depressing, seeing it just nosediving. So I'm just excited about that, and just taking it one day at a time, getting this promotion thing going. Shot a few videos yesterday at next to Liberty State Park, or Statue of Liberty here in New Jersey, New York area. But I'm just having fun. Just looking forward to the next big thing.
Bitcoin's going to go up, mate. So right now it's there's a lot of there's going to be a lot of money coming into this space, and pretty much with Bitcoin, it's just pretty much just a no-brainer. Basically, how it works is this: as soon as the market cap goes up or new money comes in, Bitcoin goes up. Like to have whatever degree, it was like something like 40% market cap, and then it was lingered down to 35%. But basically, this is it. Like when we were at 800 or 850 billion, I mean, Bitcoin was 20K. So I mean, I haven't looked at it. Let me just have a look at it now. So now it's 274 billion. All we need to do is bring new outside money back into that. It's going to come from a couple of big hedge funds into the space, and it gets up to 600, 700K again, 700 billion again, nearly $1 trillion. And Bitcoin's going to go up. It's like it's impossibly not for it to not to go up. up because of the market share that Bitcoin has in the whole complete market cap. So yeah, that's what we got to focus on, adoption, you know, and it's going to happen. It just takes time. A lot of these small projects are now, you know, getting out there. It's very exciting, you know, it's very exciting. So yeah, if you want a really good tip, go and watch Civi's videos. I mean, you probably do anyway. Civi does a lot of affiliate marketing, and obviously, you know, it's taken him time to get to that point. But he's learned very fast. If you just watch his videos and how he promotes himself, how he builds a Facebook group, which is another good thing you should do. But just build a Facebook group and get people engaged and get people excited. Just tell people, you know, how you can make money just from staking coins. You don't have to, and then lead into masternodes, you know. But if you just build a small community that you are the owner of that Facebook group, then people are going to start to ask questions. You know, what's this all about? How can I get involved? First of all, start them off with making money with staking, okay, which is a big hint. So we're going to try to put a product together, which is start them off small, right? So this is for the affiliate side. Start them off small. Get them making money of staking, right? So staking is pretty much easy. Everyone knows how to do staking, right? You just go and buy some coins, show them a good coin that they can go and buy, open up the wallet, get them to stake it, tell them they're just going to leave it open. Once they start to see a couple of those rewards coming in, it's only going to be small, but it's free money, right? Then get them to post, you know, in the Facebook group, hey, you know, I just made $4 today, or I just made $6 today. Some people never, ever made that sort of money. And then you say, hey, look, you know what? Staking's awesome, but compared to masternodes, I mean, you can make way more. And then that's how you do it. You lead them into, first give them a small result, work on a result. And then once they see that result, they'll believe it. And then when you pitch them IPIS and say, hey, you know, I've probably been kind of a bit rude to you because I've given you staking, which is just crumbs. And really where we're making money is the masternodes, because you can get, you know, 8, sometimes 6, 7 times, 8 times more in masternodes and staking, you know, and we do it where you don't have to have a full node. You just buy seats. So, you know, check it out. That's how you do it. Build that relationship first. Give them something that works. Build that relationship. And then when you pitch them IPS, it's easy. So anyway, I thought I'd just give you that tip to Ennis and anyone. That's how you do it. Garth, how you going, mate?
Good, NG. Hi, everyone. All right. Just want to welcome all the new members and so welcome you guys for getting on board this week. And hello to everyone else that's watching. I think we have on our webinar tonight, we have 14 people watching. So that's awesome. Thank you, guys. And so I just wanted to cover a couple of things. In the Slack group, I posted some information about the support that I'm doing. So I was getting smashed by support. So I've put some information in there to help everyone. So the idea behind that is to help more people, because I felt that I wasn't helping enough people, and I was getting really behind. There was a lot of people wanting a lot more help. So basically we're doing more videos, and I've put up the scheduled times that I'll be available to help you guys. So just check that out. It's in the Masternode channel in the Slack. So if you want to check that out. Yeah, and I'm excited about the market. I mean, look, yeah, sure, some of the masternodes have been down, and you know, Bitcoin's at 6.7, and is it going to pan out? Yes, it will. It will. Today I saw an article about Bitmain. Bitmain has got a 12 billion, that's a beef Bob, $1 billion valuation right now. Binance, they just disclosed they made $1 billion profit in the last 12 months. So there is money to be made in the market, and as long as these companies continue to make money, there'll be other offshoots and other new companies and other new projects that are coming out all the time. So crypto is at 6.7. There's going to be, just like NG said, there's going to be so many institutional investors you've got two sides. You've got the US side, and then you basically got the East and the West. And the US is all about regulation at the moment, and they're putting, all these exchanges in place, and that's when the big money is going to onboard there. But then you got the East side, which is like China, Asia, South Korea, and they've got a lot of money too. So that's going to be flowing into the market. So we can still, we could still see Bitcoin go to 25K before the end of the year. That could still happen, and everyone would be like, "Oh, whoops! I didn't expect that to happen," and they missed out. That's why you need to be in it all the time, and you need to be accumulating all the time. So yeah, I'm very excited about it.
Good to have you here, Garth. And you know what? And in Binance, they just built a fiat exchange with Uganda. So Ugandans, I think that's how you say it, they can exchange fiat for BNB coin or Bitcoin, BTC. And that's only one small part of Africa. I mean, there's 1 billion people that live in Africa, and this is like so unbanked, it's ridiculous. And if these people can get involved in crypto, obviously there's a lot of scams out there. There's a lot of scams out there, but legitimately, get their fingers on crypto, which will, like Bitcoin and Litecoin and, Ethereum and get into all these other, top 20 coins, we're going to see some huge money because that's like, we're going to see some money from, these institutional investors, hedge funds. But I think the key is just reaching, Binance is doing their bit, just opening up these exchanges in multiple countries where these unbanked people can get into it. Like, you're going to see a huge shift. But that's just my opinion on it. I mean, that's why I'm excited about it, because when people get excited about something that can free them, it's just going to, by default, it's just going to blow up. You're going to see that shift in power, which is great. Hey, Steve, how you going, mate? You just got to unmute yourself. Yep.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, great. Thanks. Yeah, has arrived in the UK, so it's been really, really good, and so the weather's been good. I'm hoping with that, all the cryptos will start going up as well, because it's that'll just really, really help lift things, I think, going forward. But I mean, it's interesting that I've been looking at some various videos, various commentators and things like that, and a lot of the information we see about Bitcoin and things like that is purely what's coming from the exchanges. And there's a lot of transactions that are going on behind the scenes, sort of over-the-counter deals by these big hedge funds and the like. So the inference seems to be that isn't having much of an impact on the actual price. It's what's going through the exchanges, which is reflected on things like coin market cap and things like that. So, I suppose the question really has to be that once these big organizations get a lot of money into Bitcoin and so on, confidence by the market will start sort of coming together, because at the moment people are feeling a bit sort of battered, I suppose. And then they'll start putting more money into it. They'll use exchanges, and then the market should start rising. And probably, sort of, hopefully within the next 2 to 3 months, we should see some really significant moves upwards. But at the moment, it looks a little bit flat. But hey ho, that probably will change fairly soon, I suppose.
Yeah, good to see you on board anyway, Steve. Thanks for your
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay, so we just got to go over some things. Obviously, no one, this is the part where I come in. No one wants to hear this, but, look, what we're going to do is, and I know, like I posted this in Slack, and I was talking to Casey about it. I'm thinking, we got to make this, we got to adjust with the times. We got to make this better. We can't have things lagging out. We need to support people, and we need to make sure that, if you need the support, things are updated, people get their spreadsheets updated. I mean, when I woke before I got back to our hotel here, I opened up all my wallets, okay, except for GIGO, trying to figure out how the shower worked, which I couldn't figure out, right? rang reception up. Oh yeah, this is how you do it. They send someone up. Figured out how to do it. Had a quick shower. That's why we're late. Open up all my wallets, and I don't know about you guys, but the ones that I've got on AEG, Apollo Core, Dev Core, GBX, Polis, NYX, Crop, Pure Core, or Pure X, or what do you want to call it now, and STP. Now, I looked at them bar GIYO, and I got paid, right? And I got paid. So, like, my point is this. Can you rely on getting paid? Can you rely on getting paid? Absolutely. There's the last few weeks where coin swaps and we had all this, all these dramas, which is doing Casey's head in. But they're figuring out, they'll get through it. Him, Skolton, Silas Mining. So, and when we first started ICO Gold Rush, when we did the IPIS, I think there was 300 members or something, Garth. I can't remember the exact numbers that migrated to IPIS, and that was pretty much a free for all. You guys just come in, buy your coins, buy a seat, you're good. There's no cost except for the 5%. And then people came, we probably brought on about 100 people in IPIS, maybe more. I'm not sure exact numbers, but it's something like that. But then the guy got into IPIS. And I'm having a chat to Casey, and I'm thinking, man, we've got to make sure that everything gets done right. People get paid on time, because this is really, really important. And he goes, I know I've been very busy doing with his other stuff, with speaking engagements. And then he's got these other guys, which he does, like, they do work for him, but they don't. There's no actual weekly pay for them. Every now and again they'll get paid, but it's not a lot. So what I'm saying is, I saw the engagement rate both from Silas Mining and from Skolton, and I pulled Casey up and I said, look, what's the go with we need these things done. He said, you know what, they've been busy with other stuff. And I said, well, how are we gonna how like, I understand that they have to get paid too. Everyone has to get paid. Like, when we first started doing masternodes, I think we first built the first masternodes, 20 or 30 masternodes. Now I think we're over 100 masternodes. But then where are we going to be in like another 2 years' time? I'm confident we're going to be here and we're going to get paid every Monday. Where we're going to be, the masternode count is going to be ridiculous. It's going to be 200 or 300 masternodes. And the work is going to get more and more for these guys, and I really feel for them. So I'm thinking, everyone's going to get paid down the line. You guys know me. Casey gets the 4%. I get 1%. And so that's 5%. And we're thinking, what we're going to do is we're going to put Beth on the payroll, because she does an awesome job. So Beth, if you're watching this, thank you very much. I'm going to dip my pocket to pay Beth. All right. So it's not a lot, but it's something extra for you every week. And I'll cover that. And then with Garth gets his share. All right. So he has to get paid too, because of the work he does. And so does Anne. All right. So she gets paid every week as well. So these costs have to, for just running everything. And I thought it was, I don't want to start to bring in a monthly or weekly, or like a monthly membership, because I don't want it to be a recurring. I don't want people to dip in their pockets, in the sense that they have to fork out some money. I don't know, $10 or $12 or $15 a month, because it's not fair. Because some people might only be making $10 or $20 a week, right? And then for them to pay $15 a month, it's not fair. So that's why I having a chat to Casey. We're thinking 2% extra, and that's going to be able to maintain everything. I mean, to a certain degree, right? It's going to maintain that, keep Silas mining a little bit happy, keep Skolton, like, the work he does, it's ridiculous. 1% is like, and Beth is going to come on our payroll. I'm gonna foot that bill. So 2% is not going to make anyone broke. but it's going to be able to at least keep the system run efficiently. So then, these things need to get done. Like, the last thing I want is people saying, hey, I didn't get my payment, or it hasn't been updated, or, these things. I don't want that to come to that point, and that's why I said to you guys, I had a chat with Casey, pulled him up and said, look, we got to keep this thing transparent and 100%. So then everyone just keeps on getting paid. It's like any other business, right? It's when you run a traditional offline business, it's not a one-off payment. It's a monthly payment. When I was running my offline business, my expenses were at 20 grand a month. That was, then I used to spend probably about 5,000 to 7,000 extra on eBay, right? They were bleeding me. So anyone that's ever run a traditional business understands that it's like these forever reoccurring bills. Everyone knows that. So we kind of thought 2% is like, it's not gonna, it's not, like I said, it's not gonna, people aren't gonna go broke. It's gonna come out of your profits or your earnings. So it's not as if like you're gonna have to dip into your, it's not like as if you have to pay this first. It's gonna just come out of your rewards. And I know some people are a little bit upset about it, but just think about it this way. If you look at it to make sure that everything runs smooth, and we get paid every Monday, and we just build on that and then get into the bigger masternodes. And then as we ride this wave of BTC, when it goes back up, I'm confident in 3 or 6 months time, when BTC goes up again to maybe 15 or 20 grand, I think it'll probably be maybe, I don't know, 20 grand maybe at the end of the year. Maybe some people are saying 25 grand, just depends on how much money comes back in. And I think it will recover. A lot more people are going to make a lot more money with everything. And I think that you're not going to be really too worried about the 2%. But so the 2% is not going to us. It's going to Silas. It's going to Skolton, and I'm footing the bill for Beth. So I just want everything to work. I want everything to run. And like I said, you still get to keep 93, can't do my maths, 93%. So I know people might be a bit kind of, they don't want the 2%. So, I'm just open up to questions. If you have any feedback, like this is, me, guys, I just keep it transparent, keep it 100%. And if you're not happy with it, just, let us know, do you guys have any thoughts? They're just itching. They're just itching to say something. I just read.
Yeah,
go ahead, buddy.
Because just a few guys had the questions talking on the spread. I looked at the spreadsheet based on the questions people had. In the spreadsheet that Casey has set up shows that you get 2%. Based on the formula that's written there. So, and a few people were questioning whether you get 2% or 1%. Yeah, because the facts on the spreadsheet, unless I'm interpreting the spreadsheet wrong, Garth can verify that my math sometime might be wrong. But yeah, they were questioning whether is it 2% or 1%. If it is 2%, they're not against that because you put in the hard effort. But can we split it so that, let's say, even if we do go to 7%, then 6% goes to Casey's guy, Casey and his team, and then 1% can stick with you. It's just they want to clarify that part.
Yeah, no, it's 1%. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look at the spreadsheet. It's been 1%. That's.
Oh, okay. No, because the formula on the spreadsheet reflects it as 2%. That's why I was just curious.
Yeah. I don't even know the full volume, but put it this way, I think if we put $1 million through, I'll get like 10 grand. Which is we haven't done that. I
just wanted to clarify that because there's still some confusion amongst a couple of the groups of guys that is it 2% or 1%? If so, if we can confirm if it is 2%, then maybe the extra 1% can go towards Casey and his team, or even Garth or whatever everyone else thinks is right.
Yeah, no, definitely, it'll only ever be a 1%. I was thinking at one point I'd given away that 1%. I thought, you know what, 1% is not much, but it's something that is like, I'll put this whole thing together. I want to get something, even if it's something small. So yeah, 1%. That's what it is, man.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
So, yeah. Does anyone?
Yeah,
I
I'll
just
say
want.
something.
Yeah, go ahead, go.
Yeah. See, people get worried about these percentages, right? And you know what? They're worried about them because they're looking at their rewards and going, oh, I'm not making much this week. The market's down. So then what people do is they look at things and go, well, they focus on the wrong things. As far as I'm concerned, our group does extremely well, okay, in terms of the support it provides. And you might not understand it, but every single master node, right, every time they do some type of change, like an upgrade, that software has to be redone on those servers. Now, I know some of you guys may or may not understand how that works, but it's like redoing work you've already done over and over and over again. This is not automated, okay? And so the options are, we can have a couple of hundred master nodes and pay the extra few percent to make sure we get paid. Or alternatively, we can price people out. This is the other option. If we went and switched to Dash master nodes or PIVX, then what would happen is instead of you guys getting in at $100, you'd have to cough up 10 grand to get in. So that's the payoff I see two ways. But I think once the market picks up, people won't care about 2%. I think it's just some of the people maybe haven't made the money. I look at the 2% and I look at what gets done for it, and it doesn't bother me. People just need to focus on where they need to be, and once they're making dollars, we're talking a very small percentage. It's going to come out. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, I just want this group to be the best group, and I want it to work, and I want everyone to be, know what's going on. And we've come so far with master nodes. We've figured out what is the shit ones, and fast doesn't last, and you might have a dabble with one and be lucky, like we did with crop, and we had a couple of good ones, but generally speaking, I think the other thing too is to get into the master nodes that we know are solid, that have been ICOs, get into them early, like VeChain. Where's that going to be in 12 months' time? I can tell you one thing: it's going to go up, and so is these other big ones. And if we just get into these ones that we know that are going to be really good, in 12 months' time, it's going to be like getting into these. Well, it's not going to be as good as Dash, but we'll get into solid ones that we know that are not going to just peel over and like we've seen these clones of PIVX or whatever, as we saw with many of these ones that have died. VisiTop. Hey Garth. Hey Ralph. Now Ralph did do a good post. Someone else also sent me that link about masternodes to look for. So have a look at this video. It's really good. So thanks for posting that, Ralph. Just go to masternodes and just go and have a look at Ralph. It's the last one. And subscribe to this guy's channel too. It's got top undervalued masternodes. I think there's 8 of them there. So these are the ones that we're really going to look at getting into. So welcome everyone in the YouTube, and thanks for your questions. Yeah, Glenn, Polis is up 30%, and I see also there's a lot of other like people are getting involved in putting in our always masternode section. I noticed that that's starting to grow, and I think that's a good thing too, because as we've done so many masternodes now and figured out what works, I think people are really taking to GPX and Polis, which is good. They're slow paying, but I still think Dev's a good project, but that's just my opinion. And XAP, look, XAP's got, when we first started, XAP I think had 600 masternodes. Now it's got 2,600 or something masternodes. So XAP is a solid one, so which is good because people are starting to now go, okay, let's just get into the more slow paying ones, and we know that they're going to be solid. We're going to get paid less, but at least, you know, from what we've seen, they're going to be good long term. So, yeah, I just that's pretty much all I wanted to say, guys. I didn't want to, even though I dragged it on a bit, I just wanted to make sure that everyone was kind of clear on it. Like I said, I think the 2%. I don't think anyone's going to go broke over it, you know. But I think it's gonna be able to at least compensate Silas Mining and Skelton and Beth for doing all the grunt work. You know, they really are the glue for this to make this work. So anyway, we'll go to you guys, okay? And again, you don't just agree with everything that I say. You know, I'd rather you say, look, you know what, I don't like this idea of this 2%, or just tell us what you really feel. That's what I respect, you know, because we don't have all the answers, but we're just trying to make this work as best as we can, you know. So the more feedback that we get from you guys, we'll go, well, maybe we could do this a little bit different next time. But I really feel that 2% is better extra. So at 7% is a better option than just charging people $15 a month. Because people are, you know, some people are just started, and it's a huge dip for them. I don't like weekly, monthly kind of recurring things coming off your credit card. I never like that. I don't think anyone likes that. So Tommy, do you have any thoughts or anything, or do you want to say anything?
Yeah, pretty much.
Doesn't have to be about master. It can be about ICIs.
Yeah, you cutting off a little bit there, but pretty much, yeah, whatever is fair for the community, and
yeah, Tommy.
Yeah, you there?
Sorry.
Yeah, pretty much whatever is fair for the community and for Casey and his team, and
yeah, go ahead.
And that's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Can you guys still hear me? Am I cutting out?
You're cutting in and out.
Okay, it's probably the internet. Why could you? Yeah, it's probably the internet.
That's all right. We could hear Tommy. You were just breaking up. That's okay. We can hear you right at this moment.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Got you, Tommy. Richard, do you have any thoughts at all?
Yeah, I'm completely fine that everybody who works gets compensated, so that's fine with me. I also think a monthly payment option was usually for people who are starting out with the beer market and everything. It would be hard for them. And only thing I wonder is if the other groups of Casey also raise the percentage to 7%, so that Colton and the other guy get more money.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I know Casey's does operate differently as well with these other groups. Basically, what he does is when he just implements, yeah, he does it a little bit different. So I'll have a chat to him. Yeah. Actually, I'm just trying to think. He does things different. He does things different with his team. I'm just trying to think how I'm going to say this without making it sound bad. Basically, Casey, he called the shots in these other groups. There's no debate. But I mean, again, you know, it's working well for his team, you know, for his other stuff. Okay, yeah, good point.
Yeah, and other than that, I think really we should, like you said, focus on the really good projects like VeChain, VoltaChain, Drag, and stuff like that. Or if we get into those masternodes with high ROI, no team, and those crappy websites, you need to get in really early, I think, even before they get listed, to make a good cut out of them. So I'm completely on the side to put my money into the long-term ones, especially now, because I think that Bitcoin will go up as well. So we have a good buying opportunity right now to buy into the good coins. And once they raise and the masternodes are running, we will make good profits from those coins, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at LiPay coin, I've been watching this for 2 weeks. You got into that early when it dropped. Now it's paying. Well, it was paying 400 over. Now it's paying 367 per day. And I'm just looking at this thing and thinking, this is. So I mean, the supply is short too. There's only less than 500,000 coins, which is what I reckon is keeping this thing up. But I think it's going to die soon. But if you chase this thing, it's a very, very slippery slope that you're doing with these coins. Just if you want someone that's experienced, that knows about these fast money coins, just talk to Ralph. Hey, Ralph, how you going, mate? Good to have you on board, mate. Thanks for jumping on board.
Sorry, I'm a little late. I just came back from the beach. Had a nice picnic over there. I cooked for my girlfriend. I made a special noodle salad, and but she liked to eat all the seafood when they are, all they're walking on the beach and selling everything. Even she said, "I'm fine. I'm sad. I'm done." But she can eat and eat, and so that's another story. My thoughts on price is very easy. The market will tell you. So if people think the price is okay, they will jump in. If the price is too high, they don't. So that's just the market will tell you. So as I told you, I'm working with a friend of mine on a new passive income system. We're not ready to show it. I think it will take another 2 weeks. I have to test it and to look deeper into it. But from this point of view, it looks pretty cool. And then the question also we are just considering is, what will we take? And we don't have any experience because this will be totally new. So we have to set a price and then see how it works. And then the market will tell us,
What kind of system? I didn't understand it.
It's a passive income system on cryptocurrency. So it's main part is trading. And so what we watch some patterns, and we think we found something which can not guarantee, but make up to 1% per day passive income. And what I said, we are just working on it. I think 2 weeks from now I can tell a little bit more, and maybe we can also discuss it in this group here. So, but back to what I was saying is, so it's just. Try, test, and when the market is okay with paying 7%, it's okay. When they say no, it's too high, then you will see, and we have to consider. So I'm fine with this. I know it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I've, some of you might know, I'm in the committee team of the Bitcoin Lightning Group. We just had a webinar yesterday, and so we took over the coin from the developers. We also found some new developers, really nice people, really experienced people. We're just talking about changing the coin completely, not only doing a swap, also change the name and change the white paper. And the work behind the scenes is so much, so it's hard for people who just want to buy and just want to get in to tell them and to take the right price. And I can see how many hours and much effort Casey and his team is putting into this. So I don't think 7% is too high, but as I said, the market will tell you.
Yeah, thanks, Ralph. Thanks for your feedback, mate. Did you have any questions at all or thoughts on anything, Luke?
First of all, thank you for paying Beth, because it'd be 8% otherwise. So 2% is fine. If everyone just looks at it as every $10 you make, it's 20 cents. Every $100 you make, it's $2. Every $1,000 you make, it's $20. It's a drop in the ocean, really, for everything that they have to go.
You there, Luke? Can you just repeat that again?
I've got no problems with the 2% whatsoever. I've got no problems.
What's that? What's that? Because I'm not. What's that? $1,000, 20. Give you that again. When you think about it that way.
Yeah. People need to look at it like that. Every $10 you make, it's 20 cents extra. Every $100 you make, it's $2 extra. Every 1,000 you make, it's an extra $20 you have to pay. It's just a drop in the ocean, really. Drop in the ocean for fees for how much work they do, and I've got no problem whatsoever with it. I think if you're worrying about 2%, I think you've got bigger problems going on.
I mean, so if you like, so the more money you like, so you should be saying to yourself, I mean, if this is just my point of view, I should be saying to myself, man, I want to pay more.
Yeah.
Because if I'm paying more, what am I making? What am I taking home?
Yeah. Exactly. If I'm paying $200, I'm making 10 grand.
Exactly. Like, are you really going to think about $200 when you're making 10 grand? That's the last thing you think, right?
That's exactly right. It's stupid. It's so stupid. It's 2% extra. We already pay 5%. I don't care how that 5% gets broken up. Sarit was saying if it's 4%, I don't care. It's 5%, and if you want to do an extra 2% for the people who are doing all the extra work on, that's fine. And thank you for looking after Beth, because she does an amazing job as well. She's helped me out from time to time. She's always on there. So, as I said, if you weren't going to look after her, then we'd probably have to pay 8%, because we'd have to look after her some way or another. So, mate,
Yeah.
from my end.
Yeah, she does a great job. So, thanks, Beth. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think you said it. Great. Hey guys, are you any thoughts, mate, at all?
Mate, I've always got thoughts. 2% is fine. That's no problem. Every service that you have to pay for. And the way you've put it, we understand. I think just to set the record straight, I mean, I saw something that was posted in the Slack regarding 20% and then, running the wallets for the guys and what have you. I personally, I'm not in favor of that. I'm more in favor of 7%. I think if we're doing masternodes and you can't manage your own wallets, I know it's more about the payouts being easy as well. But the thing is, if we're in masternodes, you got to know how to manage your own wallets. And if you don't know how to do it, the support's there. The 2% is going to be raised. 7%, that's cool. Use the support. We've got the support. But learn how to just work through it. Don't give up with these wallets. Learn how it works, because that's why we actually going to be paying 7%. And once you ask for the support, Garth has helped me, 2 or 3 times, and I'm not going to go back to him with the same issue, because he's taught me. I've learned that. Now I move on to the next step. So for me, the 20% is. I know it was just a thought, and but for me personally, that's a no-go. Also, with all the new masternodes coming out, I know Casey always puts, we've got the discussions, we've got all the different masternode discussions. What we could also maybe do is, as he opens up a new masternode, open it up in a discussion as well, because in the masternode section, when a new masternode comes, we can't actually discuss the masternode in there. So maybe get the masternode. I don't know. Maybe it's done already. I'm not too sure. But maybe we can get if he opens a new masternode, get the new masternode and a discussion for that masternode, so people can discuss and ask a lot of questions amongst ourselves. Because we don't have to get into all these masternodes. I mean, if you want to get into every single masternode and you want to get into every single one that comes along the week, you can't cry later when some of these are not working. It's like crop, for instance. At one stage for me, I was thinking maybe we should shut down crop. But actually, the more I thought about it and discussed it with other members, there's no ways we should be closing any of these masternodes that are paying short or paying less, if they're still paying, unless if Casey looks at it and thinks, if Casey says, guys, this is now becoming a no-go, you know, that's the warning bell. But if it's still paying, if it's still paying weekly, we just keep on going with it, because who knows what's going to happen down the line, you know? You know, if we decide to shut crop down today, let's just say, for instance, like I make a big kick in a fuss and whatever, and we all shut it down or whatever. In 3 months' time, what happens when crop does a revival tour? And then and crop starts, you know, mooning. So I think as long as they are paying, we just got to move on, and we've got to, yeah, just do your DD, you know. And yeah, that's all I can say. Just keep moving forward, and the support's there. It's all good. We just got to become more smarter and learn. And yeah, that's it, guys. That's my 10 cents worth for today.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. And look, nothing's set in stone. Okay, we can adjust it. Who knows? We might even go back down to, I don't know, 6% or 5%. I don't know. You know, when the market comes back, you know, people are making more money. It's not set in stone. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's just that right now, I think some attention needs to go to those guys, because I know that they were sort of starting to zone out a bit, and that incentive for them.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, 7% is way better than a monthly subscription. Way better. Nobody wants monthly. Yeah. Thanks.
Because if we do a monthly subscription, the people that are making only, you know, $20 or $30 a week or less, it's going to gobble up one whole month for them. Whereas the 2% is like, it's only going to be 2% of what they're making. You know what I mean? So some people it's going to be much less, but it's all relative, right? As they grow, it's going to be more. So it's all relative to what you're getting paid. Some people are going to get paid more, but then again, what Luke said, right? Are you really going to worry about $200 when you're making 10 grand a week? It's not the question. The answer is obvious, right? So it's all relative. And nothing's set in stone. I know, Casey, look, going back what you said about the masternodes, basically, I know from discussions with Casey, I know that basically the way he thinks is, unless you get out of the coin, just run it until it dies. Like, you know, if crop, for example, crop, like if you get out of it, what are you going to get? Like, if you sell out of it, you're going to get chicken feed. So it's paying. The question is, do you want to keep on getting paid every week? And then likely it could come back, like Gary said. It could come back, but you don't know that. Or you just want to cut it off and not get paid. I mean, it's from what Casey has said to me many times. He just says, man, we just run these things until they don't become profitable. And then we look at it. But why would you cut it off when it's paying you? If you have 10 or 20 of these things like this, you know, even if it's only paying you, you know, 50 cents or $1 a day, you look at 20 different wallets, you know, it's all builds up. It all builds up. So until we get to that point where it's just not worth it, then yeah, okay, we'll cut it off. But until it's paying you, it's free money, man. So anyway.
Yeah, can I add something?
Yeah,
so just my point of view. So when I started with this, or to put it another way, my all-time high was something about $100 a day for masternodes. Now I'm at average is $5 a day, something like this. But my point of view, how I look at it, before I started, I fixed a special amount I wanted to put into masternodes, and I forgot about it. So, okay, if it's gone, it's gone. And if something is going to happen, it's okay. I still know crypto is very, very volatile. It's very risky. So it's maybe it's all gone. So I'm not looking into in short terms. And as you said, I'm also looking at, yeah, let it run as long as it runs. Even if it is $1 a day and it takes 2 years, 3 years, okay, maybe it recovers, maybe it doesn't. But for me, it's extra money because I've already in my brain forgot about it. So that's it. So everything which is coming every day is just yeah, again, but this is my point of view.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for that. No, interesting. Yeah. E82, mate. Do you have any thoughts, mate?
Pardon me, guys. I'm hungry. But whatever's good, I'm all with it. I mean, as long as it's working and still paying us, that's fine. I don't care. At the moment, we just gotta make it happen and make it work. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I see it as just, you know, it's like we get it's like, you know, 5% to 2%, but then, you know, you open up your wallets every Monday, you know the money's there, you know, and that's something that I know I've experienced in the last, 2 years. These programs, they just fade away. They're people that are running them that they have a set price, and once that price is met, they just go, oh, shut the doors, see you later, we've made our 50 million, 100 million, we'll just make up some excuse and catch you later, guys. They just don't stick around, you know, and, you know, we've got something that works. We just what we got to do is we just got to figure out the best options, the best coins, and then just ride this sucker for the next 5 years. And, you know, long term, that's where I see it. I see Masternode's been around for a long time, but just where I see it's going is the you know, people are now bringing up these MLMs, right? I'm not going to name any, but so now they've gone to using, you know, all the other programs in the past, like it was, oh man, I can't remember, but it was the trends. So then they add a MLM flavor to it. We saw it with Bitcoin mining, right? Then they add an MLM flavor. Now they're doing masternodes, they're adding an MLM flavor. Then the next thing, they'll add another MLM flavor, right? So they come in, screw the whole market up, and then move on to the next one. And you're going to see that with masternodes, unfortunately. And then some are going to scam, some are not. But we're positioned in the sense that we've already got into these good ones. And when the rest of the people come in and bring in, you know, their teams of thousands and tens and thousands of people, you know, and they go after the ones that we've already got in, they're only going to pump out coins, which is good for us. So, but unfortunately, this happens in the industry. I'm already seeing it pop up, and you probably do on your Facebook wall.
Yeah, they're diluting the whole.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead, Ines.
No, I'm just saying they're just diluting the whole space now.
Yeah. You know, and it's bad. It's happening. It's happening faster than I anticipated. But the thing that we've got is we can get into we know the good masternodes now, and we can get into these emerging masternodes that are coming up, these post ICO ones. And I think that's where we've got to focus. Just getting into those ones and think long term. You know, think long term. If you would have got into Dash back in the day, you know, we just get a couple of those dashes underneath your belt, mate. You know, so it's just all part of it. It's just all part of it. But the competition is right behind us, but they're not in front of us, and that's the thing. Garth?
Yeah, so I just we're at 10:30, so we're about an hour in. I just thought I'd let you know that. Look, I don't have too much else to say about it. It's just a matter of I suppose the way to look at it is there is honestly scams every day, and you know what? The scams they don't charge you 7%. You know why they don't charge you 7%? Because one day you wake up and your money's gone and they've taken 100%.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, that's right. And we're legit, right? Okay. And the thing is that like every like even today, I did a video on someone I'm not going to mention it, but there was I got told about something and they said, oh, this is an awesome opportunity. They're telling me how much money they're going to make, what's involved. And they asked me to check it out. I checked it out. I did a video on it, right? It's a complete utter scam. And the problem is people don't understand what a scam is. And when they see that they're not making, let's say you were in, BitConnect or whatever, and you're making a shit ton of money and you're used to that, and then you come along to Masternodes and you're only making 1% a week, and you're thinking, oh, gee, I'm not getting the same results. Well, maybe you're just chasing those scams, and maybe legit opportunities aren't for you. That could be what it is. So you got to ask yourself, do you want to be in a scam that's you're going to lose all your money, right? Or do you want to be in something where you're going to pay a fee only on your rewards? And we are 400 members of people that are working towards something good together. And this is not like a one deal thing. We had ICOs, we've had masternodes. We'll probably introduce new products, and we're going to come up with new ideas as we discover them in the future. There might be some things that we don't even know that are available yet that will work out. So this is all part of being part of the community. And when you go to other places, I can assure you, you can pay a lot lower fees if you want to just get into masternodes elsewhere. But one, they're not transparent like us, okay? That you don't know who they are. They hide behind Discord groups. They don't have websites. They got nothing. Yes, they might pay, but it could be a Ponzi scheme, especially with the ones that just do BTC. And then there is some legitimate ones. But at the end of the day, in the future, their scaling situation, we have more masternodes. We might end up using something like Gin, where it's automated, when that project comes online. So these things may come out in the future. But all I can say now is just focus on the big picture. Try not to think about the returns you get on scams, because it's just not going to get you anywhere. So that's just my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, this is a long-term thing too. I mean, I was thinking the other night, I'm having this crazy idea that this is not going to happen. I'm just saying. I was just brainstorming. I was just thinking of it myself. You know what? We could do like we set up projects. People can invest into the project, and then we have a kind of a transparent type of a group or a channel that says, okay, so this will give you an idea. This is not going to happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. It's just my thought at the time. We'll build some type of asset or some type of real estate unit in a hot spot somewhere around the world that we know that's always going to be money coming in continuously. How do I know this? Because I've got a friend that's doing it right now. He's got about 15 properties. He's killing it, right? This is just a thought. Thinking, we could invest into real estate property. We could pull our funds together and get that money from the real estate property. So basically, like what we're doing with masternodes, but with real assets into real estate property, and then whoever's got their share in that real estate splits it from the revenue that we get in that it's generating. Because typically those type of investments they generate a lot faster. So it might take 20 years or something, 10 years. But typically when you look at these real estate deals at, for example, in Thailand or Bali, or where the money's coming in, where the high income is coming in is through travelers, foreigners that are renting these things out. So instead of paying it off in 10 years time, 15 years time, you're paying it off in half the time. I know exactly what. I have a friend that is doing this, and it's the sort of crazy ideas I'm talking about. But I mean, that's not going to happen. But I'm saying, later on down the track, in a couple of years' time, we have this core group of people that we can go into these deals. We can share the profit margin once we have a lot more capital to play with, And this is how you get to the next level. So it's crazy sort of stuff I'm thinking of, but I'm always thinking of new ways to make more money, introduce new products within our core group. Everyone can make money with it. So this is just you guys are already in. There's not going to, what I mean? It's not like we just keep on asking for money. It's like how can we as a group think of ideas that can generate us more money? You know what I mean? That's the awesome thing about it. So Brad, do you have any thoughts, mate?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I was going to go to sleep. I was pretty tired, but then jumped on Civi's 30-day push-up challenge and got pretty pumped. So couldn't sleep. I thought I'd jump on live, give my thoughts. So yeah, my thoughts are like, you don't trust someone fully, right? But I trust NG 99.9%. I trust Garth as well. Like I trust. Well, being honest, I trust Garth. I've met him in person, right, twice, and we all probably feel the same way. But we all trust each other. We're a good group, right? And the 2% extra is no big deal. Like we all agree with that. There's no point talking about that again, right? The thing is that we're in a group. We trust each other, and we're honest. NG's come out and he's been upfront with us. If he was going to hide anything, then we would be afraid. But he's actually come out and said, hey, there's a bit of a problem here. We need to give these guys some more help and support. Totally understand. So I take my hat off to NG. He's come out and he's been in front of us about it and talking to us about it and being legit about it. So it's trust. And I like the idea. If we make all the money in the group, we should get into real estate together down the track. But yeah, probably on a negative side of it, if you're negative minded and you're probably thinking, like most of my wallets, all the coins are dropped off and everything, and you're probably thinking, oh, another 2%. But we're not in a quick rich scheme, are we? We're in a long-term thing. And I think we should be, instead of focusing on talking about the 2%, we should be focusing on, as a group, working together like we did with ICOs and doing more time on the computer researching these masternodes and these ICOs that are come off ICOs and going into masternodes. So we actually get back into the discussion of masternodes that are coming up that are solid projects and getting Anne to do the checklist on them for us as a group, instead of talking about the 2% and negative stuff and talking about that for half the webinar. Because we've learned that from the last 13 weeks that these high return investments are just going to drop off. We're getting late to the party. Obviously, the solid ones are the ones to go. That's just my thoughts. We need to concentrate on, as a group, helping each other out, using each other as leverage to spend the time on the computer researching these good solid projects that are going to be masternodes in the future as a group to get into them to make more money in the long term.
Yeah, thanks, Brad. Thanks appreciate your comments. Yeah, I mean, if you've got any issues with the support, I know Garth is there to help you, okay? And I know there's still some people that are not getting support, which I don't understand. So yeah, just contact Garth and he'll, you know who I'm talking about, Garth, okay? You know, I don't want to, look, Garth is going to help you, okay? Just just connect with him and he can get into your computer, because, you know, that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that everyone is supported. Garth does a great, awesome job. Sometimes he spends an hour. Sometimes he spends 2 hours with people. So he's going to spend the time with you. But first, do a couple of things before you see him, okay? And I think, Garth, you want to just maybe quickly go over that?
Yeah, I'll just say it briefly again. I did put this in the Slack group. And look, it's only a minority. We got 400 people. But all I ask everyone to do is, you know, it's a matter of just watching some videos and trying to understand that, and then watching the videos again. And there's actually so many videos. It's quite amazing how many videos. I've went to nearly every other group out there with like masternodes or anything like that, and I don't really see any videos. They don't make videos. You get a little bit of chat support and stuff like that, but that is something that we do. And I just find that a lot of people that they don't watch the videos, and they don't they sort of expect you to help them, and that's not they expect you to help them without even helping themselves. But here's where the problem is: if you need the help and you don't learn how to sort your wallet out, okay, when the next wallet comes out, you still haven't learned how to deal with your wallet. You're going to ask for support again but you've already actually been told how to do it previously. So now this doesn't apply to everyone. I understand not everyone's good with computers, but honestly, there's two things to notice. One, people don't actually look at the videos. And secondly, when they're trying to describe the problem, they actually don't want to describe the problem. And there's no way you can help someone if they don't actually describe the problem. I've had plenty of conversations that last 1 week in chat because the person doesn't tell me what the problem is. They don't give me enough information. So I've outlined in the Slack group what I really want from people so I can help you. And there's only a small group of people. But the most important thing is these videos there to learn. It's a skill that you need to learn to be in this space. And once you have that skill, you're not going to have to worry about it again. So honestly, I encourage everyone to look at the videos. I'll be doing videos all the time, and there is support there. I've put the times up available for support, but I need your help. I need you guys to do it, at least have a go at it and try and learn it, please. Because I can't...
Yeah, guys, that's something there that, like with you helped me out, and then I mustn't have quite listened to what you said about Poland, and I was like, I'm not going to annoy you again, right, about the same thing. So I got into the Discord of the coin in general. I just typed in, hey guys, have you got the new nodes? Because there was a bit of there was nodes on our Poland chat, but there was a few different ones the last few weeks because so many updates and versions and all this sort of stuff. So I just went on to Discord of the coin and asked them what the nodes were, and someone sent it to me straight away within like a minute. I was like, oh sweet. And then I had the nodes and it still wouldn't sync, and I was like, I knew I had to delete everything in my folder bar their wallet.dat, and there was something else maybe, I wasn't sure. And I went to bed, woke up in the morning, and there was a message there from the admin saying just delete everything, restart the wallet, and bam, 2 weeks of payments come through. So you're going to get quicker response, sort of annoying Garth like all the time, but sometimes you jump on the coin in the actual coin and general chat and ask for support, especially the good coins that have got good devs, good support teams. That's also a way to go about it as well if you haven't quite listened like I didn't do.
Yeah, look, just quickly, I think Garth, we're here to help you. We're not going to shy away from that. We want you to help. But yeah, exactly what Garth, like Brad, just perfect example, took it upon himself, used his initiative, just jumped in devs, got it sorted, and he didn't have to go back to Garth. If he still had a problem, yeah, then go back to Garth. That's what Garth's for. But first, he just took an initiative and figured it out. He didn't have to go back to Garth. So that's basically what we're saying. You know, just take it upon yourself to try to figure it out. If you can't figure it out, then go to Garth. Awesome, he will help you. That's what we're there for. Okay, so yeah, and just understanding what is the actual problem, so then you can communicate with Garth, then he can solve your problem, and you can get it done. You can get into your computer or whatever he needs to do. I think that's probably more. Yeah. Cool. All right. So, Steve, mate, do you have any thoughts at all, mate? I know you've been sitting there patiently. What's with the name? Bitcoin Gold. What's name? You got Bitcoin Gold. What's?
Oh, it's just that the sort of marketing is gold, silver, and digital, so cryptos and things like that. So that's basically what I pulled together because I'm in SGG as well. So that is quite an interesting sort of project, really, because it enables people to exchange cryptos for, gold, for example, which is a great store of wealth. So it's just another avenue that I think, sort of when there's been problems with exchanges, people couldn't change their Bitcoin for cash. But if you can buy gold with it, then you can sell the gold on the open market, and that's another way of actually liquidating your Bitcoins and things. So there's always something worth bearing in the back of your minds. But regarding the increase in fees and things like that, I always think that people deserve to be paid for what they do, and if they're committing a lot of effort, a lot of energy to provide a service for us to benefit from, is that they get rewarded for it, because otherwise they're just going to say, well, stop this for a game, so I'm going to disappear. If that happens, then we're all going to be in a bit of a mess. So I think, you know, getting paid for something, a fair rate for what you do, I think is important. Being linked to the earnings side as well, I think that's also good as well, because, you know, I think it's already been said that if people were paying a fixed fee, and we're kind of seeing this a little bit with the Bitcoin mining, you know, that there is a fixed fee paying, you know, going to cover the costs of the mining and things like that. And as the mining has gone down, it starts becoming unprofitable for people, and the earnings are really going out the window. And I think if people paid a fixed fee, they would then have to start dipping into their pockets every week or month or whatever. And that will put a lot of people off. But because the money comes out of profits, and it's a percentage of the money in profits, I think that's a fairer way of doing it. And of course, you know, the benefit's going to be when the market picks up and it'll be greater, you know, the people are going to earn more. Well, that's only fair enough anyway, but it's still only 2% of extra on you know, to what we're paying. So no, I'm fully in favour of that, because I think people do need to be rewarded for what they do. So that's it.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. If anything, I should be the one that's going to get beat off, because, you know, majority. Sorry, but I'll just meet you out, Steve. Because the majority of people are you know, probably under $50 a day. So my 2% is going to be different to their 2%, if you know what I mean, right? So I should be the one that's paid off. But I still pay the 7. Still comes out of exactly like me. Yeah, I get the 1%, but you know what I mean. Not everyone's the same. Anyway, so look, and again, we'll adjust this over time too. Okay. So it's nothing set in stone. What we want to do is we want to make this the best group possible. We want people to be happy with, you know, this and make money with it, and that's our goal. You know, that's pretty much the end goal. You know, we could add more things to make more money in the future, absolutely, and people get behind it. We'll make everyone's happy. Everyone gets their piece along the way, and when people get paid, that's when people are happy. So that's what we want to continue with. So yeah, this session's been pretty good, guys. Again, you know, I appreciate everyone's feedback. We take everything on board, positive or negative. This is good still feedback, because everyone is part of the community, and your voice is important to us. It will be heard. Okay. So generally, it's been positive. Let's just focus on getting into the good masternodes and making money. I know the market's down at the moment, you know, but for the new people, just know that if you get into the faster masternodes, it's not going to last. Maybe we could even refine the Discord group. What are your thoughts on if we maybe change the layout a bit? Maybe, I don't know. We did have high paying, low paying, low risk, you know, high risk, medium risk, low risk. Do you think that we should maybe categorize each masternode? Does anyone have any thoughts on that, or just leave it as it is? What are your
Absolutely.
thoughts?
It should definitely, yeah, definitely should label it the low risk, medium risk, because this way, some of the newbies, they can actually know exactly what they're getting into, so they don't get disappointed when things go left.
Yeah, we originally did have that. I think we should go back to that. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. I don't know.
How about we don't even have
high risk?
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I was going to say is... Hold on. Yeah, what I was going to say was, what about no risk? No high risk. I mean, I don't know if anyone else agrees with me on that one, but I'm asked quite regularly, what do I think of this coin? And, you know, I don't choose the coins, and I see the coins and I look at them and I go, yeah, that coin's not going to pan out. Our group is not designed to get in and out of masternodes or, you know, of these quick, high moving things. So look, if I had my way, I'd be like only medium and low risk. I wouldn't be doing anything that was a shit coin, but I'm not in control of that. But if I could, I would definitely be putting up higher quality. Then no one can get access to the shit coins, and then they're not going to be complaining because they went into a high risk coin. Either they knew it or they didn't know it. But let's say they did know it and then they lost all their money. They're still going to be bitter because they lost their money. I would prefer to have medium and low risk. That's just my opinion anyway.
Cool. Well, yeah, I'll have a chat to Casey. I think we'll
Can I just add to that? Yeah, sorry, can I just add to that?
Yeah.
You know, when you start categorizing things like low, medium, and high risk, then you're taking on that sort of responsibilities for identifying which one's which. If you look at Cropcoin, that I seem to remember when that kicked off, that was medium risk, and that's just gone down the pans. And so it becomes very difficult to actually say these coins are in this category, these coins are in this category. I think it's probably far better if you can show people how to assess the coins themselves and say, look, here's the information, this is what you need to look for. Now, if you're happy with the results and the returns you're getting on that, then fair enough, you know, go ahead with it. But if we tell you this is a medium risk coin and it suddenly goes a bit peculiar and then sort of becomes a high risk coin, then I think you then start getting a lot of kind of responsibility lumped on your shoulders. And then people start pointing the finger and say, you told me this was this and all the rest of it. And I think that could be quite dangerous, really, personally. Let people decide what's good for them. Let them determine what's good, you know, high risk, low risk, or medium risk, and then make a decision based on the information that they've done the research for, rather than us telling them, you know, sort of which one's which. That's my personal opinion, anyway. I must admit.
Yeah,
I was just going to say something. Can I say something quickly?
Yeah.
Is there anybody who wants to take responsibility, who wants to be responsible for actually going low, high, medium? And obviously it's based on your own due diligence as well. Because I definitely believe that there should be a label just to give some of the people who actually are never going to do the DD, but just give some people a little bit of a direction. But I mean, if somebody can just put a label in it, maybe NG or Goth or whatever, and all you have to do is put a disclaimer underneath that it's just your personal opinion, so that no one has to take the responsibility, because no one will ever be. I will never hold anyone responsible if something turns to crap. If you say it's a low and then it, you know, it becomes a high risk. So yeah, you know, NG, you can take responsibility for it if you want.
Yeah.
No, but just put it this. We need an indication. Some people do need an indication. That's my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, both got good points, because we originally had high risk, medium, low, and then we took it away because of the exact point Steve made. We want people to take responsibility, and you know, that's what the training's there for. But the problem with that, again, is people not taking responsibility. They're not watching the videos. They wanted everything handed in a platter. Not everyone. I'm saying just a small minority. Everyone else is pretty good. They, you know, they understand that this is the money they're investing. They want to make sure that at least they understand a little bit of what they're investing in, you know, which is the majority of the people. But there's still some people, you know. So then if we flip it to, we put a label on it, then we kind of saying that, yeah, we're trying to take on that responsibility of, hey, you know, you told us it was now, yeah, exactly. So look, either way, we're not going to win, right? Because if we help people, then they're going to go, hey, you said it was a high risk, now it's a crop, or it's a VisiTop, right? We should just call it not high risk, low risk. We should just call it Ralph risk. We should just call it medium risk. I'm kidding, Ralph. No. But what I'm saying is, I think you guys get the idea, right? We probably need to, even with the disclaimers there, you know, Gary, even with the disclaimers there, people will still go, you told us about crop, you know. So what do you do, right? What do you do? I'll do a post in Slack, and get us your thoughts, put it down, and we'll just work with something that majority goes. I think that's the only thing we can do. Do the majority, do a poll, everyone vote, all right? And then we're going to go with the majority, all right? And that's it. That's what majority votes will go with that, all right? And the other,
I think too, NG.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean,
are we asking too much?
Just stay away, as Garth says. Why don't we just stay away from the real high risk ones? You know, simple.
I think you got a good point. Yeah, go ahead, Brad.
I think we're asking too much too of Casey, aren't we, to put up new masternodes all the time. Like, if you look at how many masternodes there are online, say there's a couple of hundred, there's probably only, like Garth says, probably only like 10 that are actually worth getting into, like that aren't gonna scam. Like we've got Polis, Dev, SPD, Poland look like pretty good projects. They're low risk, right? Maybe we shouldn't be expecting Casey to always put up new ones, because a lot of the new ones that he can put up, in my opinion, aren't worth investing in, because they're just like the ones we've got invested in the last 12 weeks. Maybe this is an idea. This is my opinion. Like, everyone might not like it, but maybe there is only like 10 masternodes that are actually worth long-term investing in. Maybe we're asking too much of Casey to put up 2 or 1 every week to get into. Like, we've got a pretty good, we're growing the ones that are long-term. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, I actually asked Casey, I said, does it matter if we keep on bringing out new masternodes that we feel that are potentially, as opposed to growing, you know, the always masternode, always building section of the Discord. So, you know, they're building masternodes from the current, you know, GPX, Dev, you know, those ones there in that category. He said there's no difference, you know, because they've still got to build the masternode, you know, which is so. But for us, I guess it would make a difference, because it's one less wallet that we got to deal with, right? If we don't invest into that masternode, if we invest into that new masternode, it's another wallet, right? So, you know, you might have, what would you rather have, 20 wallets or 10 wallets? You know, it comes down to the wallet size. But for the masternode side of it, it doesn't make really much difference to them. Okay, well, look, that's. I think you guys got some good feedback tonight, guys. We're trying to make it work, you know, for everyone and get everyone's thoughts. So I think we're probably going to address that with the new people coming in. So I'll do a poll on that, and people can do their thoughts, and we'll figure this out. Okay, guys, we'll figure this out, and every day we learn something, we move forward. Sorry, go ahead.
Please, never forget, we are in a total new technology. We are early adopters. And what I love the most about cryptocurrency is that I get back into power about my money, power about my worth, my values and everything. I'm not dependent on any bank, on any third parties, but every coin has 2 sides. The other side is you have to take a responsibility. Now you cannot point to banks or governments or whatever and say, oh, it's their fault, it's their fault. So when I have my discussion group every Tuesday morning, I have a lot of questions. So can you do this for me? Can you show me? Can you rate? Can you label? Blah, blah, blah. I say, no, I would be another third party for you. You know, you say goodbye to the banks, but then you say, okay, Ralph, take control about my money, my decisions. So what is the difference, you know? So no, this is a big chance for you to say, I can take control about my money. I can decide. I can whatever do with it, and I don't have to be too dependent on anyone anymore. But then I have to be responsible. I have to take it very, very seriously. And one point to the discussion about labeling, I'm not a friend of this anymore after my experience with cryptocurrencies, especially also with ICOs. When I look back to the days when we started with ICOs and I look to my ratings, so many of them are not there anymore, even when they have good rating, or they are now worthless or something like this. So this is a fast changing world, and what was good yesterday can be bad today, and the other way around. So do you want to make the ratings every day new? So I'm not a friend of this. And I wanted to say, if you want to go into this, always also have in mind, what is my alternative? Go to the bank and ask for 1% a day. They kick you out, you know, they say you're stupid. So there is no opportunity, there's no other alternative. When you want to make really good money, you have to go into cryptocurrency, but then you have to take a responsibility too.
Yeah, thanks, Ralph. I think you got a point there about ICOs and masternodes. I think there's a direct correlation, right? It's the same thing, Pareto's principle, same deal. Everything we do, the 80-20 rule, right? ICOs. Okay, we did our due diligence. We run the sheet. We did the maths. We did all the token metrics, okay? But then yet, still, 80% of the ones of the ICOs, they screwed. They were screwed. And 20%, you know, then we had a couple of winners. Same with masternodes. It's the same deal. Pareto's principle. If you don't know what it is, go and get the book. I can't remember who wrote it. But anyway, it's basically 80-20 rules. It happens and everything. Some people say it's 90-10, but anyway. So it's same with ICO, with masternodes, same deal. You know, 80% of the ones we do are going to just turn out shit, and 20% of them are going to be the ones that are going to be good. Percenter. The 1%ers, you know, they're the people that make the big bucks, and this is what the dashes is. It's the 1%ers. We got to find the next 1%er. But unfortunately, we got to shift through all the garbage first. And then you get the 20% of the 1%ers. You know, that's like ridiculous. You know, that's why people are the richest people in the world have got all the money because of that 80-20 rule. So anyway, look, guys, I think it's been a good session. You know, I think I really valued everyone's opinion on this as well. You know, I'm just trying to make things better and having a chat with Casey, keep this transparent, keep this rolling. There's one thing that you're going to get from me, and that's I'm going to be 100% honest with you and be transparent with you. And there's one thing that I'll never do, and that's give up, right? I'll never give up. I just will not do it because I've been there, and I've known what it's like to eat, you know, baked beans for 4 days in a row to get to my next paycheck. I know I'm never going back there. This is easy. Just all I got to do is just keep on rolling, never give up. I'm never going to give up on the people that believe in me. So we just got to figure this masternode thing out. Okay, we've gone through some shit coins now, but let's figure this out. Let's do it. Let's get into the ones that are going to pay off 2-3 years time. I hope we're still sitting around here having this conversation, and then we're thinking of bigger things. Hey, you know, it'll be masternodes, it'll be other things that are just all trickling and give us some money, and then we just think of bigger things. How can we start to get into the $1 million deals? That's what I want to do, you know, and I want you guys to be part of it. So with that said, thanks everyone for your feedback. Appreciate it. I'm going to sign out when I get some something to eat. Duck down to the restaurant at the resort and get some food before been a long day. So thanks everyone, and I'll see you guys. I'll do a poll.
Where are you staying? Where are you staying?
Okay. Well,
okay.
I did a Facebook Live today, and I was like, you know, I haven't even checked it because we went to the beach, and I got back. But we're staying at Charms Resort. All right. So just Google it, Charms Resort. All right. So with that said, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in Slack. Okay. Thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah.
Quick question, guys. What's going on with SafeDroid? I haven't heard much about it.
What was it? Say again.
SafeDroid. What's going on with it? I haven't heard much about it anymore.
It's
Save what? Save what?
It's safe.
hey, they just launched their app, man. The app is on iOS, I believe.
The tokens are safe.
Droids on Mars. You can get to Mars and get your tokens.
To the moon and beyond.
Guys, see you.
See you.